What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Zoned Out Gaming League tonight. My name is Clam, or Calamity, and I will be your host, your caster for this evening. You know, it should be a good banger match. We got some open division action for us tonight as well. It's going to be Evaporate versus Zoned Out Gaming Anarchy, and, you know, it's kind of a battle for the top of this division as well. Right now, Zoned Out sitting at the top at 3-0. Have not dropped a map yet, but this Evaporate team is one damn good team as well. We'll see if they're able to make some noise tonight. We'll take a quick look at the rosters we have for us tonight. I believe we do have some substitutes coming in as well, so I might not get these entirely right. We do have, instead of J. Kizzle, I believe it's going to be Tech coming in. We got Nino, TJ, instead of, actually, no, let me just read them off from the list I got here. It's AG, EZAP, Nino, and Tech, so no J. Kizzle tonight, as well as no TJ tonight as well, so that'll be the starting roster for Evaporated. On the flip side, you got ZxG Anarchy, you got Drisic, Dior Dyro, you got Vessel, and you got Gino coming in for Fief tonight, I believe, as well, for the substitute of ZxG. And we'll take a quick look at the maps and modes into this one before we get started. It's going to be starting off with Den. Then we got that Raid SND, and then a double dose of Scar, Overload, and Hardpoint. And then Fringe, if we do need to go all 5 maps here. It should be an interesting one if we do need to go the distance. You know, Fringe coming back from BO6 as well as, you know, BO3 as well. Kind of a map that everybody's played before, but plays a little bit differently in a BO7 than how it did last year. So we'll see how that plays if we even need to get there. We got some, you know, some standard maps first. We're going to be starting off with that Den, and I feel like this is a map that, you know, Anarchy have looked good on before when I've spectated them, and we'll see if Evaporate are going to be up to par on this one to start things off here. We'll see if that's going to be the case. And it looks like, wait a minute, hold on. Well, said wrong map, my bad, and it's on Den. Maybe I got my vetoes wrong. I thought, okay, he said never mind. I'm getting jebaited, dude. I thought it was the wrong map, too. You got me tweaking a little bit here. It is going to be Den. I thought I was wrong. It looks like everybody else is. You know, that's a good problem to have, I guess. So we are going to be starting on Den confirmed now, I believe. So should be a good time. I know Evaporate is also pretty good at this map. I've played them on it before as well. I feel like, you know, they can definitely put up a fight against Anarchy, but I still feel like the Anarchy in this series overall probably the favorites for me. I would probably predict a 3-1. It could go 3-2 as well. Could be a last map deal for Anarchy in this one. I feel like probably 3-1 is my safe bet here, but it could go all 5. But I think regardless, I think Anarchy probably going to be taking this one as well. But I mean, Anarchy is one of those teams that have struggled in search. So, I mean, it could be one of those things that goes 5 and Evaporate take the search. You never know. So I think that's honestly, yeah, I think I'm going to switch my veto here. I think 3-1 Anarchy, but if it does go map 5, I think Evaporate have the opportunity to close it out on that search, especially on a map like Fringe, where it can get kind of weird. Maybe we'll see Anarchy maybe not up to par on a new map like that. We'll see if that's going to be the case. But we are loading on in to this Den here, and we'll see what the teams are going to be packing here, who's going to be warmed up, who's going to be winning the opening break-off. It can tell a lot, you know, about a team if you're shooting off the break here, but we'll see who's going to be that roster. I feel like Anarchy, you know, they have all the momentum, the wind in their sails, so to speak. We'll see if they're able to convert this first one here. As it looks like my overlay is going to be flipped. Let me fix that real quick. And we are off to the races here. We're going to be on board with Dyro from the side of Anarchy, but he's going to get ripped immediately here, so no first blood coming through. Nino ripping a couple of wigs off here early, 3 falling, and now it's just left to Gino, and he will fall as well. So far, Evaporate running them down, win the opening break convincingly as well. Dyro's going to have to back up and deal with the first one toward window, but all time going blue on the early progression here on P1. Wow, AG winning a gunfight. Probably shouldn't have won there. And EZAP in the hill is going to get cleaned up, so, I mean, so far, kind of a mixy back and forth in the kill feed. Finally, it's going to be Anarchy getting 3 dead here, but have not really had that window to touch the hill here, so not a lot of time going their way on P1. It's still going to be Evaporate collecting the scrap time, but Anarchy, if they can hold on this P2 here, they can definitely set up for new effectively, and with 3 dead, that should just about do it. We'll see how much time they're able to claim here. You got a couple of arrows on the front side trying to collapse for Evaporate, but this is going to be an incredibly tough hill to try and approach, and you see that. I mean, look at how much space Anarchy have to work with here. You know, the last one alive just has to slow roll this one, but then Aid's going to claim his teammate, and also 19 HP on Nino. Low HP, and he's going to get traded. Vessel is there for 1 for 2. Third one's going to roll through from Drisic, and, I mean, it doesn't really matter how much time I feel like you get on P1, usually on a map. Unless it's really Scar. I feel like Scar is maybe the exception to that rule, but, I mean, this P2 hold has been pretty solid so far. Anarchy have claimed the lead now with 20 seconds still to claim here. I mean, they're going to flip the spawns with 20 left. I mean, this is honestly pretty much an ideal situation, pretty much on perfect P2 hill. If you're a fan of the Anarchy, I mean, they basically push them out as far as they can. They flip the spawns heading toward new, and so far, Dyro getting the first one on the rotation as well, doing his thing in transition. We'll see how long he can live right here, because he's going to need some reinforcements soon. Third one's going to fall, and now the last remaining members from Evaporate toward the mid-cut area. They'll be on the time, but they're kind of split right now. They don't really have a side, and that can be, you know, not exactly ideal. They're going to have to try and break this from all three players toward mid, and, I mean, with that 3 falling, I mean, this is kind of what I was talking about. AG left to try and do the Lord's work, and he delivers. Wait a second. Just when I thought it wasn't going to happen. I mean, AG, the hero play, comes out. He gets the 3-piece, and now pushing forward for another one as well. Ezap behind enemy lines gets credit for 1 and 3 falling the other direction. So, I mean, sometimes, I mean, it doesn't matter how bad a play is. If you just making a hero play like that, it can work out for you. And now Evaporate claiming about 15 seconds of scrap time. They'll take the lead back heading into our new hill here, but got a couple of members to deal with. Dyro already on the time. You got Gino in the side door area, looking for another one as well. Drisic trying to get involved too. Gino should be falling here in a moment, but the trade is on in. And Anarchy, they will flip the spawns for a moment here, but they got to be careful because Evaporate's still in the back, and with that death, yeah, they'll spawn right on top of the hill. So Anarchy, I thought the break was going to happen, but just didn't have enough control. And so far, it is looking good for Evaporate. AG starting off hot here. Gonna get another one in the back, and, I mean, we'll see what Anarchy have on this push here. That's gonna be holding outer, and a huge win from Gino, honestly. This one tech probably should have won there, and now Gino can push forward. Gets a second one on the hill, but an AG on a 6 spree as well, pushing out the cuts, doing his thing. Just clears all the pressure from mid, so now can collapse and help his teammate on the hill. Gets number 7 before falling. And Evaporate, I mean, they have looked good so far in this map. We'll see if they're able to keep this up. Let's go into an early listen-in with Evaporate. See how they're common. This map number 1. Oh, just kidding. Channel's full. I can't join. Joke's on me. No listen-ins, apparently, for me tonight. So, is what it is. I thought I might get one, but apparently not. So, you're going to be stuck with me casting the rest of this series, apparently. I'm actually curious why it didn't let me in. I thought I had perms to join the channel, but I guess since it's full, I can't join. So, unfortunately, you guys aren't going to hear their beautiful voices. You're stuck with mine. A nice nade from Gino. We'll get Anarchy on the point here, and still 40 seconds left to try and claim. So far, Evaporate coming out strong in this map number 1. Have about a 30-second edge. Heading into our second set of rotations, and Ezap gets another one on the point here. Low HP from Ezap, and the route coming in from AG here, able to get the first one, but not able to do much else. And now Evaporate pushing forward, and the spawn outs are going to happen as well. So, I mean, Gino, got to go big here with the help of Dyro in the back here. Dyro able to get the first one, but does he spot the second one toward couches? Doesn't matter because Gino is all over it. Tags on in from Gino, gets number 3, and so far a beautiful life from him. Shuts down basically every single spawner. And now, I mean, Anarchy. This is where they found most of their success the last time around on this P2, was this hill right here. We'll see if they can do the same here. 2 dead. Vessel gonna immediately turn around, knows the pressure is coming from outskirts, but Nino is in the back, so the spawns are gonna get a little weird here. Evaporate, have a perfect time to pinch the hill now, with 3 in the back. And now Anarchy, we'll see if you can hold from the front. They've done a great job of it so far. Vessel living so well at the moment. Gonna get one before falling. Drisic trying to get his trade. Needs some help, though, and he will get it. So, Anarchy still have about that same gap that they had a moment ago on the P1, despite having the rotation toward P2. I mean, Evaporate. They get Nino in the back, and now they'll get some more scrap time. And so far, I feel like the blue squad has done a great job playing these hills, getting a lot of these scrap time that I feel like probably could have gone the other direction. Tech gets one in transition, but it will be boys on zoned out. They will be here first, and with that 4 dead, I mean, they have them pinned pretty far back as well. See if they're able to find anything on this break attempt. Vessel just shutting it down with the iron. But he is going to get pinched as well. Nino wins a couple gunfights, and it will be blue time. Back and forth in this map so far. Gino with the first, but I mean, instantly shut down, and everybody on Evaporate now pushing forward. They're going to get Vessel off spawn. They're going to flip them as well. And it just seems like every time Anarchy have a setup, they're looking promising. It just breaks. They're just not able to win that first wave of kills that they need. And now Evaporate. Still 20 seconds left of scrap time, but they will be spawning out at the very least. So, I mean, if you're Anarchy, this is a huge wave of kills. You need to make sure these players don't squeak through toward Dojo. An excellent stun coming through as Gino gets a double, but not out of the woods yet. He's still got AG here. He's going to get tagged incredibly low. And he's going to be the linchpin for this rotation. He needs to find something here. He's going to shoulder Gino, but Gino plays his life well. He'll stop any sort of shenanigans from the front, but a huge win from Ezap on the hill. And it's going to be Evaporate that break the back of the spawn yet again in the same exact scenario, but not out of the woods because, I mean, they spawned insanely close toward Dojo. Didn't have the timing window to push out far enough, and now Anarchy back on the time. See if they're able to claim the rest of this. Still 30 seconds left. If they can claim the rest of this, they're still back in it. They need to make sure they're getting all of this. Gino for the first. He got Vessel pushed out incredibly far. Drisic gets one off spawn as well. And I mean, Vessel, at this point, yeah, just push through. You can flip them. You can make sure that you spawn toward new, but oh, the timing is horrible there. Unfortunate for him. AG squeaks through. And we're basically still at that 30-point threshold cushion that Evaporate has had almost this entire map now. And we'll see if the P1 looks a little bit better. I feel like Evaporate have done a decent job on P1 getting the time, but Gino takes a nice little route there. Gets behind enemy lines, gets a double kill, but Ezap with the double of his own before falling. And just like that, I mean, despite the hero play coming through from Gino, wasn't enough. Evaporate stabilized. And P1, you can definitely lock down the lanes here if you're so inclined, if you're reading the pressure correctly. Nice one from Tech here. Low HP. Looking for another one on the hill, but he's going to get help from his teammate to shut that one down. So far, Nino just super soaking this P1. 1:40 on the time and climbing. You can't win it here if you Evaporate, but you get incredibly close to doing so. And Anarchy, they got to try and find some kills in transition here. This hill time isn't as important as these kills here. If they can get a couple more, they're going to spawn players from Evaporate out, but with 2 falling, this is looking rough so far. Vessel to try and claim it, but he can't do it. Tech shuts him down from the side door. And the spawn outs are going to be pretty far here. All 4 going to have to try and make a wave from the front happen. And it's looking unlikely. Waves are going to be happening. Tech, I mean, a team kill coming through, but Vessel's off the map. So 1 for 1 in that department. Evaporate, 15 now from the close. Zyro trying to make something happen from the side door. Gets the first one. Low HP on the second. Gino looking for an opportunity, but shaky shots can't confirm the kill. And now 5 seconds left. You gotta go. It's just gonna be Vessel to try and touch it. And you can't do anything here. And Evaporate are gonna take this map number 1. Honestly, unexpectedly here. To be honest, I feel like Anarchy, probably statistically on paper, you know, the better respawn team, you know, that I've seen, but maybe just Dent, just not their forte or something. I'm not exactly sure whose map pick this was, but that is a huge find for Evaporate to get off the opening here to set themselves in the lead. Take that 1-0 edge. Heading into the search and destroy, and just some great teamwork, I feel like, from Evaporate. It wasn't exactly the flashiest in the statistics, but these guys just play so well as a unit. You know, despite, you know, I feel like some nice performances from Gino coming in the sub, as well as Vessel had his moments too. It just wasn't quite enough in the end. And that'll be the map going. Evaporates. Well, I sound surprised because I am. I feel like I sound like a broken record, but that was just not one I was not expecting them to close out there. So I didn't exactly see the score at the end of that one, but it was pretty decisive, I want to say. I can go back and look here in a moment, but yeah, that was a tough way to end things. I feel like for Anarchy, they started off so hot in that one, but just Evaporate taking the comfortable lead in that one, and we'll see if they, you know, going to that raid S&D here. I mean, what they're able to cook up in that one, because you know, S&D I feel like has always kind of been this team's MO. They've always been, I feel like, better at search than respawn, but I know Anarchy are pretty good at search as well, but definitely a better respawn team. So I'm curious now. I mean, this is Evaporate's chance to put their foot on the gas, to take that 2-0 edge here in the series, and I'm curious if they're going to be able to do so here. So we're going to send it to a quick break. We'll be right back with that map number 2, raid S&D here in a moment, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. back with that map number 2. Evaporate. Showing out big in that first den. Getting themselves on the board first. They're going to take the series edge 1-0 now. And heading into a mode that I feel like these guys have been comfortable on. We'll see how Anarchy respond. Nobody home toward B, and it's going to be a free plant for AG, so... You know, watching the wrap, though, has one right next to him. He's going to spot another one, but does he read the pressure? He doesn't in time. Gets baited, maybe unintentionally so. Now a 3v4. We'll see if the retake is going to be happening here. Tech, low HP, EZAP toward the Tiki area. Just got to play your timings here. Tech able to chime in on a couple, though. Has one more behind him. Is he going to be able to read it? And honestly, at this point, you just got to play your life toward top bedroom. EZAP, low HP, incredibly low. Try to play his life as best he can, but Tech can't win the third one. EZAP now in the 1v2. He's just got to play the time. The Semtex off the mark. Gets the first one, but I believe he just has enough time. Dyro with 3 on the round. And Anarchy, by the hair on their chinny chin, they will clutch the first one. A very close round there. And honestly, I feel like if Tech played that angle a little bit differently, he probably could have just won a free gunfight. I feel like that was just an awkward angle to be at. He did get the 2-piece, but just wasn't quite enough for the third, and Anarchy do strike first, albeit by the slimmest of margins there. Nice round from them. Surprised that retake went as well as it did, considering the numbers not in their favor, but, I mean, that's what happened. They got the first blood. Speaking of first blood, Tech with the first blood there. Nice nade kill coming through. Now that makes the offensive approach a little bit more difficult now for Anarchy, as they don't really exactly know which side they want to go. Tech watching mid's got to get shouldered. Ristic going for the Chow back. He's going to get it, but Nino able to get the trade, but still. 2 for 1 now. Anarchy, get another one. Vessel getting tagged incredibly low, but the sub at that range, not exactly ideal. AG knows it. He'll back up. We'll see if now AG can put on the heroics for his squad. He shoots a little early there. He's going to get credit for 1, though. 1v1 versus Vessel. Oh, my God. I'm not sure what that kill cam is going to look like, but it sounded pretty messy there. But it is Anarchy, yet again. It came down to another 1v1, but huge round for them to find, and I was right. Wow. Yeah. That's a round you're probably going to want to skip in the VOD. Definitely that kill cam. But regardless, you got the round, so, I mean, hey, you can't complain. And it was really Vessel that won you that round anyway. I mean, he got a couple of kills, got you that opener toward A as well, so. Nice trades coming through. Anarchy doing their thing so far. Nino, I believe, spotted some pressure toward Kitchen. Yeah, he's going to spot an army, an armada in front of him, and he's going to get caught off guard there. Gino, slide chouse, collects onto that one. So far, Anarchy doing a great job. Shutting down any sort of B approach, and they're going to stack this side as well, but the rotate is coming through. You got AG all the way through A already. Nobody here, but Anarchy trusting in their retake skills. We'll see if they can find it. Vessel with a nade in hand. This might be horrible timing. The nade will delay, though. Not going to find anything as of yet, and it looks like number 7, Gino, in a prime position to shut down the open stairs push. He's going to get credit for that one. Tech, meanwhile, across the map, is going to get take care of one, I should say. 2v2 as the numbers equalize. And both these players from Evaporate are so far apart from each other. They got to be really careful here. Yeah, because no trade now for EZAP, and now Tech just left in the 1v2. Dyro toward Kitchen, though, might get some timing, and he will. Yeah, Tech for that one. But does the timing work out for him? And unfortunately, another 1v1 where it doesn't go your way, and I feel like Evaporate just getting kind of unlucky so far this map. But just good place, I feel like, too, from Anarchy. Vessel, 5-1, having a great start. Had a pretty good map, number 1, despite not taking home the dub in that one. Taking over in this search and destroy on a 4 spree, and he's even going to pull out the sniper, so we'll see if he can find any heads with this. A little over halfway toward that Hellstorm. He's going to have one right in front of him. It's going to be Nino, but he unscopes at the worst possible time. Didn't hold it quite long enough. And honestly, he's got to be careful here because Nino, with the nade, with the stun, might find some info here. But if you're Nino, you really don't even want to peek the sniper because he's just going to shoulder you. And Nino knows it. Now a second player has entered the game. Dairo's here. Gino's here as well. Number 3 chasing you down. And Gino, not going to get credit for that one, but I mean, damage has been done. Another 2v4 situation. I feel like Evaporate just not really responding to the pressure very well. You even got Drisic playing insurance toward Ring here. And I mean, now Tech, you're on an island. Good luck in this one. 4 straight now. Anarchy have come to play on Raid. And maybe I just don't know ball anymore, but I swear to God, I swear these teams were the roles reversed in the game modes that they like to play, but so far it has not looked like it in the maps so far that they have played. I feel like it might be a map thing, maybe not a mode thing in this one, but regardless, Evaporate. Gotta get something going here. Some slow starts from Nino and AG. See if they can get something going. It has came down to 1v1s a lot so far, but that last round was pretty clinical. It's going to have to be a better approach this time. And Gino, I mean, just getting aggressive through pillars. Oh, wow. Nice one from Nino. Really thought Gino was going to find something there, but just didn't work out in the timing aspect. Now, bomb's going to go down. You got Vessel with the sniper. He can get a freebie here, and he will capitalize on the bomb planter, but the bomb does get laid, so now the timer's ticking. AG spots one toward kitchen. Nino gets one mid-steps. AG activates, and they know exactly where Vessel's at, so not a whole lot to be done in this situation. You gotta hit some miracle snipes, but you're not gonna find them. And Evaporate, they'll break the curse. They'll get on the board here. And I have seen this team do some crazy things in Search and Destroy. Some crazy comebacks, so definitely possible for them to find multiple rounds in a row, but it's going to be difficult here. So far, Vessel, top frag in this lobby. We'll see if he keeps the sniper out. I'm actually curious if he does. He's ran it a couple rounds now in a row. Might put it away for this offensive approach. It looks like he will, so nobody toward A from Evaporate. AG going to get toward mid, but now that the bomb site's kind of abandoned, how do you approach this for Anarchy is really the question, because bomb's not going to get laid right away here. The timing from Vessel is going to be everything, and it's honestly horrible, but he does get some tags on in, gets the free kill, plays his life as best as he can, and Nino can't get the trade. He is still right in front of you, but just no damage is going to be happening, and now Vessel can just play a cruddy corner, but Nino able to get the trade back at the very least here. And Dairo's got to be careful. He has multiple players toward this art area he's got to find. Tags are going to be incredibly low here, and you got Ezap on the bomb site, but he's just not able to find anybody here. And now Nino last alive. No hopes for that one. And it's going to be a 5-1 edge now. Anarchy looking very good on Raid S&D. Not sure, maybe this is just a map that Evaporate aren't very comfortable on, or Anarchy, this is just their their stuff, man. Their bread and butter, because it's looking like it so far. Who would have thought? I mean, Evaporate winning the hard point, Anarchy winning the search. Not on my bingo card. But it's not over yet. Evaporate, they still have a chance here, but your odds are very slim. Nades are going to come down. The damage is going to be done. Drisic low HP. Looks like number 7, Gino's getting aggressive as all hell there, yeah. Just a 1-for-1 as Tech chimes in for a double. Now Evaporate have a chance to get a round back, but it's going to be tough going. Dairo, nice timing he found there. Equalizes the numbers. Snipe's going to be off the mark, but Dairo's not done. Oh, low HP. Vessel, I mean, you got the pistol out with the sniper, and bomb's going to get laid. I love this, actually. Oh, just kidding. I got you baited. Looking at the wrong person. I think my monitor is crooked a little bit. Let me turn this. 2v2, though. And, I mean, both of these players from Evaporate are so far apart from each other, but this is going to have to be a clutch up coming through. The double up from mid. Gonna work out for Anarchy, and I mean, that leaves Nino in a horrible position. He's got to find both of these players now. The first one isn't even gonna fall. And Anarchy, I mean, just comfortable as all hell in that one. 6-1, not the expected result for me in this one. I really didn't think it was gonna be this decisive. But I mean, just a good showing from Anarchy, and that, you know, that changes my predictions around maybe a little bit, but I feel like we're in for a great series. It's really gonna be the case regardless of how you slice it. We're tied up now at 1. Both these teams looking pretty good in their respective game modes, but we'll see. It's going to have to be a bounce back coming through from Evaporate in this overload here. And I mean, we saw in that first hardpoint, they looked pretty good in that game type, but don't know what happened on that raid. That one, that's a map that you just, let's forget about it, guys. That just happened. So we'll see if they're able to lock in on the respawn coming up next here. We'll take a quick look at it, and it's going to be Scar. So Scar overload. Definitely a map where you can get your ARs involved, and I feel like so far Vessel's having a great series, and I feel like also Nino on the other side having a good old time with the AR in hand. We'll see if he's able to show up in this overload. I know this guy loves, you know, loves the Scar. I've seen him drop numbers on it over and over before, so curious how that's gonna happen. But we're gonna send it to a quick break while we get that lobby sorted, and we will be right back with that overload here in a moment. And we are back with map number 3 here. Series tied up 1 apiece. This is going to be a big swing mode here, where Whoever wins this might just take the series itself. We're going to be on board with Vessel. Pushing that nade. Playing white wall, waiting for his teammates' support. Drisik and his teammate able to get a triple kill off the opening break. And now that leaves Nino in an awkward situation on the portal by his lonesome here. And it looks like the drone's going to get wrapped the other side toward the A bomb site. Or A portal, I should say. Not sure if I love or hate that idea from Anarchy. I feel like they were expecting Evaporate to bite on the OE, but they played it so fast that they spawned basically on top of A. But the portal, oh, it's going to reset right before Vessel was able to grab it. So good patience coming through, but just not quite in time. A little too patient coming through, and that's going to be 3 dead yet again, though. Drisik with the drone, and he's wrapping it through, but can't quite get out. That probably would have been a cap if he was able to make it through the corridor there, but it's going to be re-picked up as well. Vessel blocking in your spawn, but Ezap with a big win, but it might not matter. Dyro finds the gap and the first one for the Anarchy here, and he's still in your spawn. A huge win for him to find off the top ropes. Able to get another one and stay alive for the reset. And I mean, this is a perfect position for him to be in too, because they're spawning everybody out on the side of Evaporate. I believe you do have Nino. What's this attack? I can't even tell. Codcaster's broken again. Darn it. Got him pushed up as well, so I'm now Evaporate. I mean, they're playing the kills pretty mightily here, but nobody really on the drone reset. AG looking for spawn kills. He's going to see Gino in his base, but unfortunately, is going to get taken down, and now Anarchy have stabilized their positioning, have a chance to push up as well. Drisik gets credit for that first one, but has more to deal with here. Gonna go take a route toward mid-cut. Honestly, probably a better idea than trying to chow the plane heady, but just like that, 3 are gonna fall, and now Dyro in a horrible position. Gonna get pinched from both angles. Ezap with 3, and now Evaporate can push on up, looking for a portal to try and find it here. Nino with, oh, so close to the edge here. Can't quite put that one in, and it's gonna be a clean wipe from Anarchy, so good defense from them so far, but they're not out of the woods yet. I mean, they don't really have a whole lot of space to work with. AG able to get a double on plane. Actually, it's Ezap. Yeah, 2 number 5s this map is going to drive me absolutely insane. Attack pushing up the drone with the help of his teammates here. He's going to get... Oh, thought he was going to get that one, but no cigar, and now Anarchy finally gets some space that they desperately need. Very least here. Nino with some shots and a stun. Pull back down Vessel for the moment. Ezap wins one toward mid-map here, and now Nino with the double pushing forward. It's going to be up to Dyro, trying to stop this from happening, but he's not going to be able to find anything, and you got AG in your base still, causing damage. Third one's going to get dropped, and that should be his cap coming through Evaporate. Despite losing that opening cap there, I mean, it seems like the last 2 minutes or so, they have had Anarchy kind of right where they want them, just haven't been able to capitalize until now, so. Minute 40, though. Dyro gonna have the drone now in hand. Ezap's been spotted. Stuns are gonna land. Nade, not quite on the mark, but, I mean, Ezap in a tough situation now is gonna get naded. Gino, the lead blocker, trying to find something else. Dyro has the pistol, and he'll finally get the credit for that one. Score coming through. 2-1 now, and I mean, you got them right where you want them in the spawn trap, but the thing about traps is sometimes they can get sprung a little early. The Anarchy have stabilized. Drisik with a double kill, and now a chance for them to relay. Yeah, nobody really here in time. Vessel should be able to deliver this one, and he will, so. Evaporate had done such a great job in the past 2 minutes to keep them at bay, but just the floodgates, once they open wide, and Dyro, I mean, a big reason why, 17 on him right now, doing his thing in that department, and Anarchy gonna pick up the drone yet again. Good stops from Evaporate, though, but they have their work cut out for them. 30 seconds left. We'll see if they can get out of their base at the very least here. They'll get the clean wave of kills, but can you find anything more? AG able to find one before falling. Ezap gets his trade. Nino with the drone has a lead blocker, and Ezap behind enemy lines. If they play this a little bit patiently, Ezap can make an incredible play here. The timing not going to work out for him, though. He's only able to find the first one. And now the drone reset on the flip side of the map. Drisik getting a trade coming through. 3 dead yet again. Nobody able to pick up the drone, and that should be the halftime coming through here. So no score limit, but flurries of drone Flurries of drones delivered. Wow, that's a sentence. And a lot of kills happening. But there's not a whole lot of progression, and that can happen sometimes on Scar, where you don't have complete control of their spawn. I mean, it can be difficult to try and score as well. We'll see what the half flip. I'm curious who that favors here, because I feel like ZxG, Anarchy, I mean, they were on the better side, I feel like, going to this into that half. So, I mean, we'll see what Evaporate has now on this side. I feel like you can score on either side, obviously, but I feel like Evaporate now on the preferred side, I would say, in Overload on this map. We'll see what they have off the break here. Stun's gonna land. Tech trying to beat the timing, but can't do it. The double shout is on in. Got Vessel ripping one toward top window, and it's just gonna be Ezap now, trying to stop this push. He is able to get a double, though, somehow. Not picked up in time, but... Pyro in your spawn now. Gonna be a little annoying thorn to deal with, but he is quickly expelled, so... Still Anarchy with a chance to try and make a play here, but I feel like Evaporate have done enough on the defensive end to not allow any sort of shenanigans to happen here. But they gotta be careful. Yeah, because number 4, Gino, just gonna pick up the drone, and he might be gone. The pre-fire not good enough. And that'll be a 4th one. And I don't even know how many times I've seen that happen, where the enemy team, they try and play the drone reset. They don't watch the drone effectively enough, and I mean, somebody just sneaks through and takes it to the goal line. And that is the risky play when you play the drone reset as Vessel with a nice triple kill. Popcorn, nade, pistol with the Jaeger. 3 spree for him, and he'll just do it solo dolo like. Puts number 5 on the board. Double in the KD, or I mean, double positive in the KD department for Vessel right now. 3 overloads to his name, really showing out in this respawn for Anarchy, and this might be another one. Gino just runs past Ezap on the reload, I believe. And Ezap, despite getting 3 there, I mean, this is quickly gotten out of hand. 6-1 now. And I mean, Anarchy making him look silly on this half. 3 and change to play, and I mean, this might even just be another one here. You still have Vessel in your spawn. You got the Hellstorm missile coming down from Dyro. Is able to find a double. It's not quite a triple, but I mean, so far, so good. Wait, was this Dyro the whole time and I'm just tweaking? Maybe it was Dyro and I'm just I swear it said Vessel on the scoreboard. I'm just faded tonight. I don't know. Codcaster can go F itself. Apologies. It was Dyro the whole time. It was Dyro the whole time. It was always Dyro. And now Evaporate with 2.5 to play here. Tech looking for it. And, oh, wow. I thought he was going to be able to make that jump, but just, I mean, unfortunately mantled in the window. That bought enough time for Anarchy to shoot him before reaching the portal, and that might have been their opportunity to get a second one, but this wasn't quite enough. 2 minutes now, and Evaporate, I mean, basically have to start the chain now. That would have been a huge one to find on this half for them. But just wasn't meant to be, I guess, and 3 dead yet again. Nino in a rough spot. Sub has been pulled out because they know they need the pressure. Can't really rely on using the M15. And at this point, Anarchy, I mean, you could really park the bus if you want to. You can just play the drone timer, and that's kind of what they're doing. Not even picking it up at the moment. Just waiting for people to just run straight into their crosshairs. And really, you could just run out the timer at this point. Dyro, 31 to his name. It's not Vessel, it's Dyro. The kill feed messed me up. That's what it was. It was the kill feed that was wrong. I was wondering how I made that mistake. Makes sense. Oh, did Vessel get the 3-piece? Okay, see, that's what I'm saying. So it was Vessel's 3-piece, but it's Dyro with the double. I hate it here. I just work here. I just work here. See, I usually don't make mistakes like that, but thought I did. Codcaster can be hella annoying. Don't get me wrong. It is not a fun time. It's gonna be Tech with 3 though, and now Evaporate. I mean, at this point, you're just kind of playing for momentum and just to keep your gun warm for the next map. This should be over here. It's just whether or not you can get some more kills and some more scores before this game is over. Nino behind enemy lines is gonna get red. Tech low HP with the pistol. Can't really do a whole lot there, honestly. Just 3 players staring at you. AG going for a route, but is going to get red, and I mean, so far, this has looked like a pretty dominant performance in the respawn. This is kind of what, more or less what I was expecting from Anarchy in the map number 1, if I'm being honest. The fact that they weren't able to close that one out was kind of, I was kind of surprised to see that, but they looked a lot more comfortable on this Scar here, and I mean, just Dyro absolutely having a map for himself. Almost a 40 bomb. Might be able to reach that before the map is over, but I mean, just doing everything. Lead slaying, has 3 overloads to his name. Doing the most at the moment, and 9 seconds left. We'll see if he can reach number 40 before this game is over, but unfortunately, AG gonna say no to your 40 bomb, and that'll be it. 6-1. Dominant performance. Pretty much, I wouldn't say from start to finish, but from about midway through that first half. Or really, I guess you could say the tail end of that first half to the finish. Really, I feel like ZxG just started to turn up in a big way. And just Evaporate, just maybe the pressure started to get to him a little bit there. Looked a little bit uncomfortable, and that can happen. I feel like, you know, I talked about it. They were on the preferred side, but just didn't make the most of it. And 6-1 reads the score. That was a pretty great showing there from Anarchy. And now, I mean, you know, my prediction might still remain true here. They could definitely still close it out in that 4, like I thought they might. I believe it was 6-1 at the end. Am I tripping? Is that right? I believe that was 6-1 at the end. 6-1, I believe, at the end there. Good way to close it out there from Anarchy. And now Evap, I mean, you're going into this map number 4 here. It's going to be Hardpoint yet again, but it's going to be Scar. So, I mean, you're going back to the same map you kind of just got boo-bopped on. And it's going to be a tough one, for sure. I feel like, you know, you had a good showing in the first map, so at the very least, I mean, you know, you've already won a Hardpoint, so you got that in your cap already. Can you win another one here? It's going to be a tough ask after you just kind of had a rough one there, but definitely still possible, and we'll see if that's going to be the case going forward. But we're going to take a quick break. We'll send it to one while we get map number 4 locked and loaded. We'll be right back here in just a moment. back with what could be the final map in this series. Evaporate. Need to come up with a big win here to send us to this search and destroy. So far, it has been Anarchy taking care of business this last couple of maps here. We'll see if they're able to close it out on Scar. I mean, last map, it was a huge performance from Dior Dyro, as well as I feel like Dristic having a great map as well. We'll see if they can transition that toward this Scar and continue their prowess on this map. It seems like they're very comfortable on this one, and see if Evaporate can lock it in here. It's been kind of a mixy P1 so far. Nobody really able to get a ton of time, and finally it will go blue, but the routes are coming in from Gino and the crew. We'll see if they're able to find the break. A couple of kills falling from either direction. Pinstripe, as some say, is it's going to be the last one alive on the point. Tech and Vessel. I mean, the conveyor belt of kills, I mean, has been back and forth so far. Vessel able to get credit for 2. We'll see now how the rotations look. You just got AG here if you're Evap, and he's able to get to 1 at the very least. Dristic toward top caning. It's going to jump down for the trade, and maybe not exactly ideal timing to do so, because that allows Evaporate to just soak the time. Gino behind enemy lines is able to take care of 1, but the spawns are going to be on the blue side of the map. AG going to get swarmed, but doesn't matter because he has help from his roster. Wow, I thought it might have not mattered, but some sloppy shots there from AG as Dyro gets a 3K before falling, and I talked about him last map. I mean, this map already starting with 10 kills early on. We're not even halfway done with P2. Make it 12. This guy is absolutely frying with the M15 in hand, looking for another one. Gonna read the spawns as well. Good awareness from Dyro, but, I mean, time's still going blue here. AG doing what he can. We'll see if the rest of Evaporate can collect on these rotations as well, because, I mean, they've done a great job on this P2, despite, you know, this flashiness from Dyro into kill feed. I mean, 40 points up now, heading into new. See if Anarchy can have a better rotation here. You got Gino, you got Dristic. They're both gonna be here, but how long can you hold? Nade from AG, wow, perfect, coming through as well. Ezap getting involved in the kill feed, able to find 1 before falling, and now playing control. Gonna be back and forth for both of these rosters, but Anarchy have the numbers, so they'll capitalize on it for the moment. Reinforcements for Evaporate are gonna be slow going, especially with Dyro. I mean, 15, this guy can't miss, apparently. 15 and 7 already. I mean, Dristic having kind of a slow start to it, so maybe that's why we see Evaporate with the lead so far, but going forward, Evaporate, they gotta try, make sure that this route from Vessel doesn't work out, and they're gonna pick it up, and perfectly so. 3 dead, and a great time to get a wave of kills here with only 15 left on ult. Gino does get a double, though, so that opens the door, but it's still a very long walk to try and get toward new here. Dyro from the front of time, looking for 1. He's gonna spot Ezap, but Ezap playing his life beautifully. Tech gets the trade, and now, I mean, Evaporate in a comfortable position to try and soak this P4. Have quite a bit of a cushion. Nice win from AG there. Gets the double kill. Starting to heat up a little bit here. Dyro able to get up top, though. Goes for the spawn kills. Finds the first one. And now the rest of Evaporate are going to be spawning out. It's up to Ezap really in the back to go big. And honestly, really at this point, you wait for your teammates. But how long can you wait now that you've been spotted? He's going to get dealt with. Dristic gets credit for that one. Actually, I don't even think that was... I think that was somebody else. Actually, no, it was Dristic. The Codcaster's right this time. It's got me paranoid for how many times it's been wrong this series so far, but it will be right for me this map, at the very least. 3 dead yet again. Dristic looking for number 4, but Gino will be there for the trade, and the scrap time should be going red here. Ezap being a little annoying on ult is able to get 1, but Anarchy within a stone's throw now in the scoreboard. Tech in the back. Has the help of Nino, but this approach might be from the front. You got Gino up top green, and I mean, this route from Ezap might work out to get for a kill, but Nino in the back needs some help. Ezap will be here for the moment. He's gonna get 1, but Dyro in the back able to find the trade quickly here. Nino getting aggressed on, and Dyro for 2. The spawns will flip, so I mean, Anarchy do a great job pressuring out the spawns, and that really, I mean, that didn't allow Evaporate to soak much time during that whole fiasco. I mean, 30 seconds off the clock, and the scoreboard is basically the exact same it was at the end of P4 here. So, I mean, despite, you know, being here first, Evaporate weren't really able to capitalize. AG with a team kill, unfortunate, coming through. Looking for number 2, and unfortunately, not gonna find it here, so with 10 seconds left, Ezap taking a route here toward new, and he's gonna have to play insurance because nobody is gonna be spawning anywhere near him at the moment. He's got the SMG in hand, so not exactly ideal for those long-range gunfights. We'll see if we can find the first one, but no, he's gonna get knifed. Dyro, with a huge kill on rotation, just whips the blade out on him. Like he's from London or something. But 3 dead on the flip side, and Evaporate, I mean, they're still in comfortable control of this lead. Despite, you know, all the flashiness we've seen, response from Dyro for the kills, I mean, Evaporate have had this 30-point edge, and it's similar to that first map. I feel like just playing as a unit. Definitely so far. I mean, Nino having a great map for himself as well, 23 to his name. AG and Ezap, the subs, having kind of a rough go, but, you know, that's kind of to be expected on a map like Scar. It can be difficult to try and get involved with the SMG on this map in particular, so I'm curious to see if, you know, one of those players pulls out the AR. We haven't really seen that a whole lot. I feel like AG and Ezap both have had this SMG pretty much the majority of this map so far. I really haven't seen him whip it out yet, but as we transition to P2, if you remember, Evaporate, I mean, they locked this one down for almost 60 seconds last time. We'll see if they can do that again. It's going to be ZxG on the point, though, but Nino with a double kill wipes them off the point here. Drisic with some low HP, not going to find it. Nino, with help of Ezap, will break on through. So, I mean, similar scenario to the last rotation this time. Evaporate doing their thing from the front, but with that 4 dead, Anarchy, they'll just, I mean, hop right on in. They have the green side of spawn, so maybe not exactly ideal, but it doesn't really matter where you hold this hill in the middle of it, as long as you're able to get a good setup and get some time here. But Gino finds himself the last remaining member, trying to play his life as best he can. He's doing a great job of it, I'm not gonna lie. Those are some nice movement to help out with his team, but rotations are gonna be on the mind now of both of these teams. Nobody really quite set up yet. Nino gonna get caught in transition, and AG has been spotted. So Anarchy, they'll have 3 players here, but we might actually have some streaks to deal with. I'm not quite sure if anybody from Evaporate was able to get them. Looks like they weren't. I thought they were close, but not quite enough in that aspect. On the flip side, I feel like somebody's got to have streaks on the side of Anarchy the way they're shooting right now, but it looks like nobody quite yet has any sort of streaks to work with, so this is just going to have to be a bang out on the plain hill. And I feel like so far, it's really just been red in the kill feed. Vessel with a nice double kill. 3 spree for him, 4 spree for Dyros. They're going to push forward. They got Ezap in a corner here. I mean, it's the similar plays. Last time, Ezap trying to play for spawners, but this time he's by himself. He doesn't have the reinforcements. We'll see how long he can play it. Vessel's going to spot him here in low HP. He should get traded here in a moment, and he will. So, Anarchy, this is a hill where they gave up a lot of time, I feel like, last time around. We'll see if they can do a better job holding this time. They're going to have the spawns. Drisic on old. Trying to get some scrap time here, but rotations are got a little mixy because of that. Dyro spawns 1 on top and make it 2 now, so at the very least, Anarchy will be close, but losing some gunfights are, you know, and now Evaporate. Gonna push through the front. And it is a tied game now, heading into the P4 now with about 40 seconds left to claim. It's been a nail-biting series so far, and honestly, that's kind of surprising with how the kills have gone. I guess the kills are around even if you add things up. I feel like Evaporate's still definitely negative in the kill department, but have made it work so far. Despite, I mean, Dior, I mean, he has 39 kills right now, and we're still not even done with this map. We still have potentially even 3 more hills to go, so he might even break 50. But is that going to be enough? I mean, so far, Anarchy have been struggling in this map despite Dyro, I mean, having a true MVP performance, really, at least in the slaying category. We'll see if that's going to matter in the end here. Nino trying to back up, but Drisic there for the trade. And now Tech, I mean, just overwhelmed in the back. It's going to be 2 from Drisic to secure the spawns yet again. And I mean, this is a similar situation that happened last time. Evaporate, they had the setup, just didn't win the gunfights. And now they have a chance to hold as well. Dyro off the top ropes, gets the help of that one. Another 3-piece for him. Drisic in the hill now, has to deal with the oncoming members of Evaporate. Tech here with the SMG. Nino from the top ropes gets another one. And Evaporate, they'll break the hill. Still 20 seconds to claim here, but as time ticks down, P1 definitely going to be on the minds of both these teams. It's a hill where you can definitely lock down a ton of time. I talked about it earlier in the series. Scar P1 Probably the easiest P1 to lock down. If you have the blue spawns, if you get pushed up a decent ways, it can be hell to try and break out of this green spawn trap. And Anarchy, I mean, they're really in prime position to do so. Gino with another 3K of his own, going for some spawn kills here. He'll have top green control, but that's got to mean Dyro's got to block for a little bit here, while Gino goes on a wild goose chase for these players. So spawns might get a little interesting here. We'll see if Gino can make a play from this. He's going to stop shooting, but that damage will be enough for a kill. Gets a third one as well, and I mean, just like that, Evaporate, well, I was going to say, are going to be stuck in the spawn trap of hell, but unfortunately, Dyro pushed up, so nobody blocking in the back yet again, so it's a situation where now Evaporate, I mean, they're basically blessed spawns. Drisic going for an execute here, but, I mean, maybe not exactly ideal to spawn them out here. And Anarchy, honestly, Carly could have held him down that entire time here, but Evaporate, a new lease on life, thanks to maybe some mistakes coming through the positioning. And now they have a chance. If they can lock down this P2 rotation, they can definitely get themselves back into this game. They're only down about 20 points here, really. Despite the flashiness we've seen. Definitely not the best mini-map usage from Anarchy in this one. Evaporate trying to do their thing on the front end. They're going to be spawning out. Ezap looking for a big opener here. Is going to weaken Vessel, but how much really can you afford to try and delay here? You're running out of time, 20 seconds left, and that's a 4 dead yet again, and it's going to be Evaporate. You got one more push at this hill before it's going to be Anarchy taking the dub and the series. You got to try and go. This pinch from Evaporate, or Ezap, has to work out here. Tech and crew do get a couple of kills from the front end, and they will break, so we'll see if they're able to hold this, because Dyro's still behind you, behind enemy lines. You can still win it on this P2. Dyro looking for number 2, but he can't find it. Ezap, low HP, finds the first one, but can't find the second one. It's Gino. That'll seal the deal on this series. And it'll be Anarchy closing it out in a 3-1 fashion. Maybe not exactly the maps that you thought were going to be won here, but great stuff from the boys on Anarchy. And I mean, MVP is got to be this guy on your screen, Dyro. 47 kills in this map number 4. Went absolutely nuclear. I mean, basically, both the Overload and that map number 4 hardpoint just doing his thing. 5,200 damage, 34 non-traded kills. Definitely my MVP on that map, as well as probably the entire series, I believe, just turning up when you needed him. And he's kind of always been that guy for this team. I feel like, you know, when you need him, he's been turning up in the slang department. And, you know, even with the AR enhanced, didn't seem to matter the weapon. He was just frying. So, great job from Anarchy, as they will move on to 4-0. And I think that was the first map they dropped in the series, in that first map on the hard points. So, you know, at the very least, Evaporate, they made him work for it, but just wasn't quite enough in the end. And a great series from them. And Evaporate now, I mean, they're 2-2 in their division, so they're kind of hovering around that midway point. We'll see if their, you know, last couple of matches are going to be a little bit more favorable for them. This was going to be a hard one regardless of how you sliced it in the end. It was going to be a hard-fought, you know, a hard-fought one, even if you won this one. So, a good showing from them. We'll take one last look at how the score ended in this series. It was a 3-1. But, I mean, Evaporate, they did start pretty hot in this one, but just kind of cooled off, as you can kind of tell in the second and third map there. 6-1 on both of those. So, great job from Anarchy in the search, as well as the Overload just shutting it down when you needed them. But, guys, that is going to do it for me. Appreciate you guys hopping on in to the chat as well. That was kind of, you know, that was actually kind of a banger match. I expected it to go at least 4. It did. But it had the potential to go 5, and it wasn't exactly the the predictable outcomes that you may have thought is in that one, but didn't matter. Anarchy get it done. And I'm curious now, heading into playoff time as well, for this group in particular. I know, you know, the CBE Crusaders are in there. They're, you know, having a little bit of a rough go of it in their group as well. But, I mean, you know, Evaporate now dropped to 2-2. I'm not sure what exactly their schedule is looking like in this group. I'm curious. Let me pull that up real quick. I actually am curious who they are playing next, because that's going to be kind of a pivotal. So they're gonna. I just checked. They're gonna play Solus actually for their last match, I believe, in this group. So that's another team. I mean, that Solus is the number 2 seed, I believe, in this group too. So that's going to be a tough one to win. Solus have a good team as well. So Evaporate kind of, you know, on the cusp of maybe not potentially making it to playoffs. We'll see if that's going to be the case. But guys, that's going to do it for me. Appreciate you guys coming out and watching. And I should be casting, I believe, tomorrow as well for, I'm not even sure, K7 Zoned Out. We'll see. We'll play by ear. I'll figure it out tomorrow, but I'll let you guys go. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you later.
Steady watching me. Every day they clocking me. Red alert, I'm the dangerous. I keep that clock on me. And they ain't looking for no choke. I'm just looking out for me. Cause I done did shit the niggas ain't talking about no rapping beat. Boy, I'm talking tragedy, masking, casualty. Shit that I can't even remember. Bet they remember me. Shit that happened late in December. I bring that winter heat. Niggas down the whole October, the real Halloween. Back to back funerals, it's them or us, it's him or me. Don't get booked cause ain't no bum money. We doing this shit for free. If he told her that ain't my homie, that little nigga weak. If I miss ain't going to sleep, I'm in the streets. We play for keys. 2011. August 11th, I rap POD, August 9th, 2 days before, I turned 17, 21 to 45,